You mentioned coach, manage, and develop. Let's talk about those three buckets. Like, what are the differences? I think that's really important to understand. What are the differences between those three things, and how do you use data to help you in those areas?
Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm gonna think about coach is I'm probably gonna look at this from a team level, right? Like what are the themes, what are the trends for my team? That as a team I really need to focus in on for skills. So let's say that I'm seeing that across the board, every one of my like every across the board, the team's only hitting about 40% of our call numbers, right? I was like, I need data to know that, number one. But I also need data to figure out like if I come up with a plan, what is the effectiveness of my plan? So like
Mhm.
I'll probably come up with a coaching plan for my team of, hey, I'm going to come up here. Yes, there's going to be some training and things like that, but in our one-on-ones, I'm going to reinforce that. I'm going to have you show me the work as well. Like show me that you can do like this like kind of like here are like the basic aspects of the job that you have to do, and you have to be really, really good at it to be really good at this job. So I'm going to coach you on that. And so the coaching is like one part. I mean, whatever. This is the way I'm thinking about it. To me, the coaching is one part, making sure that I've taught you how to do this. But also another coaching part of this is show me the work and let me validate you along the way, or refine what you're doing and then and validate you along the way. Like that to me is like the full coaching practice. It's both showing you the how, having you show me, validating or refining. That to me is coaching until you get to a really great place. Managing to me is more like we manage processes. Like that's the way I think about management. I manage a process. I manage to a policy, for example. So I'm trying to think if like I like managing people to SLAs. Hey, to me, just going like having a dashboard, for example, like that to me is part of a management practice. It's like, hey, we need to be hitting not like 90% of the time we need to be hitting our service level agreements for MQLs. Here, pull up the dashboard. Okay, you're at 87, right? This is me going, you have to do this. So like that to me is just making sure that people know like you have to do this. Or managing up is like, hey, you want my reps to hit 90% of like hit it 90% of the time we're hitting our SLAs. However, here are all these things that stand in the way, and here's the data to prove out why we're missing. So like I realize you want to manage this down, but we actually don't have the resources to to meet those expectations. So I'm going to manage this up with you to set your expectations now. So I think the managing down is like, here are the expectations. Managing up is like, hey, we need to readjust. And I think the last piece in terms of like developing, I'm thinking more so about like, all right, BDRs, SDRs, there should be a life cycle, which is they come in and they get out. Hopefully they're being promoted.
Yeah.
And so there are things they're going to have to do within their first 3 months, right? Things are going to need to do in their 3 to 6 month. And like as they're moving through these cohorts, certain skills they need to develop that make the most sense. And as we get them ready for whatever their promotion path is, it's like also making the shift of like, hey, you're no longer thinking just about what you thought about 3 months ago. It's now we're like teaching you new skills that's going to help you on to that next life cycle in your career. So that's what I think about like the development kinds of thing.
Got it.
And that's
Let's
much more individual. Like it's an individual basis versus
yeah.
to me like coaching and training. Granted, there's individual aspects to it,